This is it. The Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Mega Strength. So we all know that our hair needs protein, known to be strengthening for our hair, but also usually very drying. So the one claim I'm actually really interested in is that it also moisturizes the hair. Rice water protein plus moisture strengthening treatment. And we are going to be putting it to the test today. As always, you guys requested and I tested, and my hair takes the bullet for you guys. It sounds pretty much like rice water in a bottle. So rice water you don't need to make yourselves. Rice water is like an ancient recipe for an at-home protein treatment, which honestly I have yet to try myself. Let me know in the comments below if very expensive rice water makes sense to you. So here's our before for today. I was at the pool the entire weekend, so my bleached hair is in the need for a little bit more love and care. It's also very much unstyled today. It's silicone free and paraben free. It is not exactly sulfate free, but it says it does not contain any harsh sulfates. A convenient pump. It's a lovely color, but I have to say I'm a little bit disappointed in the amount of product. Just 5 fluid ounces, 148 mils. That would be the amount of product you get out of a heat protectant, for instance, not a hair treatment. The average treatment has almost double the amount you're getting here. First step of the application process is to shampoo my hair, which I am in desperate need to. So I used Olaplex number 4 shampoo today. Let's do this. I wonder what the consistency is. When I think of rice water, I think of something liquid like micellar water, but maybe whiter. Okay, there's a little bit of air. It's very common. Well, ain't that unexpected? This is just about the consistency of the Olaplex number 8, I think. And it smells better for sure than rice water. Yep. I got some product on my nose and it's going to be there for a couple of minutes. So I hope it's not too distracting, but you're allowed to laugh at me. It's fun. It's a little bit like skincare, actually. Distribute evenly throughout damp hair. I'm actually going to try to focus more on the ends. You're definitely thinning breakage, probably because of all the highlighting. And I'm not gonna go too close to the roots. So definitely there's more breakage for me on the top layers, so I'm going to be more generous here. Oh my god, product on my nose all the time. Okay, so what I'm going to try here is just grab the entire top layer and start with the ends and move upwards. So maybe if you are in a hurry, you can try this. And then another pump for the bottom layer. I want to check the frequency because there is such a thing as a protein overload. And it says here for best results, use weekly. Okay, that's interesting. I thought like a protein treatment was something to do maybe once a month or something like that. You know, they're the experts. I'm sure they know what they're talking about. So it's nice and slippery and I'm just spreading the product through with my Tangle teaser. That's one of my cats. They're both here with me and they're scratching over a Christmas present. Am I the only one who cannot really focus when things are a little bit messy or disorganized? There's like Christmas presents on one corner, then on the other corner there's suitcase and there's like products all over. Just keep little like piles of I need to get organized, you guys. So it says the minimum amount of time you should leave this rice water protein treatment on your hair is at least 10 minutes, but it is also encouraging you to leave it as long as you want or even sleep on this overnight. So that being said, you do you. I am indeed guilty of using certain products overnight, especially if the product itself recommends it. However, recently I found this new piece of information that made me think that we shouldn't really sleep with our hair wet, and mostly because of the fragility of the hair when it is wet, that is more prone to breakage. And so for this first test, let's leave it on for an hour, see how that goes. It's really important to note that you can use a protein treatment weekly and still use Olaplex because Olaplex is not a protein treatment. So potentially if this manages to do a good job and, you know, just strengthen my hair, I could use both of these treatments. I always mention that because there is some type of misconception that Olaplex is also a protein treatment. You know, I love this little wet bun situation. I do this a lot actually with Olaplex number 3. Well, it's summer here right now, and you can totally just with good makeup and of course not in a robe, that you can totally go out and it looks like your hair is just, you know, with gel, you know, you're just going for that wet look. Okay, it's already 2 hours. My hair is starting to air dry a little bit. We are ready to rinse this out. The next step is to apply the Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask, which I've tested before and I have it somewhere, so let's go find it. Please don't judge, everything is a mess nowadays. I need to organize. I know it was in this top drawer, here it is. All right, so now that we have secured the next step, let's go ahead and rinse out the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair. It smells so good, it's different, but most importantly, the texture. There's a Brazilian cheese that we used to eat with toast when we were little and we went to Brazil, and it was called queijo requeijão or requeijão. I don't remember how it was pronounced because I don't speak Portuguese. It reminds me of that texture. Real quick, the main ingredients here are avocado, sweet almond, and argan oil, and it also contains biotin and vitamin B5. A really unique texture, kind of in between a hair mask and a conditioner. And honestly, I had forgotten a little bit about this one. As you just saw, I have so many hair masks. It takes a lot for me to reach out to the same one twice because of what I do here. And the texture actually makes it really easy to spread through the hair. So that's actually nice and feels rich, but really, really well blended. But some of you are saying, well, Heidi, I can do my own blend of argan oil and avocado. Sure, why not? In fact, you know what? We could try that. We could even do a comparison review between that kind of at-home hair mask and this one. Buying a hair mask that is not made at home just makes it more practical. You don't have to make it and you don't need to kind of preserve it. And depending on who you ask, that may or may not be an inconvenience. We're all different, so. And by the way, the same goes for the rice water. It says to leave in for 10 minutes. So once again, it's really important to note that this rice water treatment is supposed to be followed always by their Don't Despair Repair mask. They're not suggesting a specific shampoo, but they are asking you to follow with this mask. That makes sense to me because on my past experiences with protein treatments have always left my hair feeling incredibly tangled, dry, and just overall wrong. So just like the rice water treatment by Briogeo, their Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask also is harsh sulfate silicone and paraben free. I think many of you guys are actually going to love this because it seems like we're constantly testing out products that contain silicones. Some of you really prefer to stay away from those. As you guys know, I kind of just try to focus on performance. I will try any product once, clearly. I mean, that's what I do here. And I'm gonna base my judgment on the results. Okay, let's leave this beauty on for a bit and I'll be back. Okay, so all rinsed out. It's feeling good. There's nothing strange. Smells good. It was easy to detangle with my tangle teaser. So yeah, I think we are ready to style. And I just remembered I have yet another Briogeo Don't Despair Repair product, and that is the Strengthening Treatment Oil with the beautiful, gorgeous flower. Look at that. Look at that. Do you see the petals at the bottom? So cute. So I'm not going to apply before just because I want to show you guys the result of the other two products without the oil, which can be a little bit too overpowering. You know, oils in general are. I'm gonna use it later on. If you want, we can try this out and air dry the hair, see if it makes a difference or not. I'm always open to testing out things in different ways. Oh, before we continue, I want to remind you of the whole routine's cost. The Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Rice Water Protein Plus Moisture Strengthening treatment is $44 US. Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask, this one is $40. Don't Despair Repair Strengthening Treatment Oil is $30 US. That's a lot of money. In case you're wondering, this is actually Diet Coke. Okay, we can do this. I was almost going to say that, you know, doing your own version of these natural hair mask, whatever, was maybe not as expensive, but I recently came back from the US. I mean, I know we were in a very touristic area in South Beach. Food prices and all those things may be higher, as it happens in every big city. It happens here in Buenos Aires too. However, the price of the vegetables, oh my God, I was shocked. I mean, we have a devaluated currency and that may impact, but I thought it was super expensive to buy. An avocado, banana, all those yummy, healthy things just seemed very expensive to me, at least. So I'm not sure, maybe it is a good deal. Not sure, I mean, if you think about it in that way, maybe it's not that expensive. Let's do this. I forgot to mention that at the beginning of this video, that is also styled kind of blow dried hair, but after a couple of days. I guess my waves are strong and they just end up, you know, shining through. So I think that's fair. Okay, so the good news so far is that I'm not getting what I usually get after a protein treatment, which is kind of straw-like, super tangle-prone hair. I'm gonna link a couple of other protein treatments I've tried. And of course, I did not follow with a deep conditioning hair mask, such as this one, which once again, in the instructions of the rice water treatment, specifically, it said you must follow with this. So now I kind of feel I've butchered all those other hair masks, and maybe I should have followed up with something like this. That goes to show you how important it is for instructions in a product to be for all of us mortals to understand. But I'm still not going to jump into conclusions. I'm going to finish blow drying my hair, see how I feel.
Yeah, we keep moving like the river goes. Baby, going down, 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 down. Yeah.
Okay, look at this. Tell me I'm not overreacting. It's been a while, guys. It's been a while since my hair has looked this good, especially with a protein treatment. So over to you guys, what do you think? Like I said, I have yet to try good old rice water. However, I can see a lot of good things have happened here. The hair feels very manageable, very easy to blow dry. You have to remember that I did not use any leave-in styling products. We're going to apply the Briogeo oil in a little bit, but we haven't yet. So quite a bit of frizz control. And yes, the blow dryer I use, the Elgin 3900 Healthy Ionic, does help with frizz, but I always use it with different products, and I can tell when a product is actually helping me out with frizz or not. It's not always the same result, as I'm sure many of you guys who are constantly watching my videos every single week can tell. Feels so bouncy. Nice movement. There's definitely shine, and I love the fact that it caters to anyone that does not feel good about sulfates, parabens, and silicones. I can definitely see myself rotating between this line and the Olaplex line. I know I am repeating myself in this video, but I know sometimes people, you know, just skip to the conclusions or something. They may have not heard what I've said before, but Olaplex is not a protein treatment. So of course, these are like just blow dried results. I'm gonna do a later checking so that we can see if my hair kind of transforms in any way, which usually happens with, you know, very porous hair that's very frizzy like mine. Look, I was able to shape them so nicely. Seriously, I was about to trim them and I'm not going to anymore. I don't know, maybe they needed protein. Look at that. Very silky to the touch. Can you imagine if I'm saying all this and then fast forward a couple of hours, my hair is just terrible? I don't think, honestly, I don't think that's going to happen. It doesn't look like way at all, but it would be a nice plot twist. I mean, it has happened before. Don't think I want to cut my hair anymore. I was honestly debating, and if you watched my last video, you saw those ends. So, food for thought. So I'm gonna go now and see how it reacts to the air, to humidity, to the passing of time, and then I'm gonna come back for a final checking. It's about to rain. Look at that cloud. It actually was raining earlier today, so lots of humidity. Challenging day for an update. So overall, of course, not as spectacular as just applied and just styled, because nothing is like that after 2 days. But I can still see all the benefits, all the positive things that I mentioned earlier. I mean, imagine if I would have touched up a little bit the styling, you would probably feel that it looks almost as just applied. So, and also my hair is a little bit flat because, well, I slept on it and I did not use any like dry shampoo or anything like that to kind of revive it, refresh it a little bit. So you are seeing things as raw as, you know, I can show it to you. So that is it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this video is not super shaky and I have to get rid of it and reshoot it, because I actually think it's kind of nice that you see us traveling and driving on our way to our Christmas family gathering. And by the way, Merry Christmas and a very, very happy New Year's to all of you guys. Wherever you are, I hope you are happy and you feel blessed and loved. And I will catch up with you all again after the holidays.